You are now listening to Between Us Girls, the podcast, where we discuss life's fuckeries and then some over wine.
Our show. This is Michelle
and Danielle,
and once again, this is Between Us Girls.
Yeah,
between us girls.
Get between us.
Get between.
That's gonna sound so horrible.
Get between us. It's okay. I can always. Actually, I don't have those editing skills like that.
No, don't worry about it.
It's gonna sound like it sounds.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, so tonight Sharonda is working. She's working on something special for me, actually. So I'll allow it. We have Brian Williams sitting in for Sharonda. He is very funny.
I can see myself.
What?
You excited?
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm like you. I was like, you
I'm
can see yourself
TV.
doing what?
He's on TV.
Oh, okay.
I'm on TV.
You,
on TV.
It's reflecting black to you. Oh, okay.
He's on TV.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so yeah, Brian is here with us. He is on TV, and he's going to call his mom and let her know that he is on TV.
Mama.
I'm on the internet TV.
Right,
though.
I'm on internet TV.
By the time I talk her through getting on,
Right.
we'll be on.
Right. Okay, so tonight we are going to discuss. Danielle, tell it, because I don't remember the whole thing, and every time I ask you, I'm like, I forgot what we were talking about again. So go ahead.
So we're going to talk about like when you decide to break up with somebody, like do you consider what it is that person is going through at the time? And then also, how do are rebounds real? Like,
right. It's
like,
rebounding a thing. Shout out to
Yeah.
Sean Christopher for putting that topic out there for us this week, because I was like, I feel like that's something we need to touch
Yeah.
on.
Talk about rebounds a little
Right.
bit.
So we're going to talk about it. But before we do that, you want to do positivity or sipping on first?
We'll do sipping on first.
Okay, so what is we sipping on?
So we is sipping on Hello World 2016 Viognier. It's a product of Spain. So, hola. That's my...
Okay, how do they say wine in Espanol?
I don't know. That's the extent of my Spanish. Hola, gracias. That's all I know.
Okay, that's enough.
¿Cómo está? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know.
Okay.
So it is, the alcohol content is 12.5%. It's pretty decent.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
I'm sorry.
It's good. That's good.
What's the normal?
It needs to be at least 13.5.
Oh, wow.
It's good.
Otherwise, we can't turn up.
Okay.
It's good. So we're gonna rate it on taste, aroma, finish, body, and some other shit. And we'll let you know how we like it at the end of the episode. It's kind of cute. Yes, finish. It has this cute little egg
It
with
tastes
the
like
little.
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Does it really?
Yeah.
It looks like Easter eggs. Isn't
Chicken
that the
flavor.
cutest thing?
Chicken flavored Easter eggs.
Like-
This nigga is real.
Honestly, I can't wait for us to post it, because I feel like it's gonna be so cute.
It is cute, and then like it has like a little what is this
Texture?
Like, texture? Yes, to the label. Yeah,
No, that
it's
is really
cute.
I
exciting.
feel like a real chicken egg.
And you guys, I mean, I don't like to say how much a wine costs, but that was only $7.99.
No, I think that's good.
It's great. It's
Yeah.
so cute. It tastes good.
So far, we'll final at the end though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what was your positive note for this week?
So this week it was, you know what, and I wrote this because I see it so much more so among women than anything. The motivation was take the compliment, sis, it's free.
Because men don't get complimented, but
Men don't get complimented.
Hell no.
Men do get complimented. Yes, they do. But
Hell no.
But when men get complimented,
They say thank
They
you.
say thank you.
Yeah.
And when women get complimented, they make up all kind of excuses. It's like,
Oh, girl, this sweater?
Yes.
Fernando hates it.
this old little thing, I've been had it. Like it's
Child, I ain't did nothing but twisted it up.
Yeah, it's like, you haven't really done much. It's like, it's a fine line between being humble and being grateful and being confident. You know, so it's like, you need to be able to accept that somebody else sees what you're doing or what you have going on, and that they like that, and it's something that you need to also like within yourself. I think that's probably why women have a tendency to not be able to accept the compliment, because they don't necessarily believe that thing in themselves. Well,
I'll say this: I usually believe it, but I try to look like I'm not as cocky.
So you don't want to be cocky about it,
right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll be like, "Girl, I know," you know what I mean? And that it's like, so I had to say, "Oh, thanks." Yeah. And then I add, "Oh, I got it at such and such." That way it's like a combination of the two. I'm not.
So you kind of downplaying a little, but that's also what I'm talking about. Instead of saying,
"Girl, I know,
I'm fucking killing it today, bitch." What?
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? But women, we don't do that because we don't want to seem arrogant,
right? Because then it's like, I told that bitch I like her shirt, and she was like, "Bitch, I know."
Right. So she's full of herself, right. And you take into consideration what that other person is thinking, instead of just saying, "You know what? Thank you. You know what? I was really feeling myself today, and I wanted to do something extra." Even really, you don't even have to explain.
Just say thank you.
Just say thank you.
But see, I feel like you always have to go that extra mile and say, "Bitch, I know." Especially if you know it, like you were saying.
I feel like that needs to be the episode title. Bitch, I
know. You don't like it?
You don't like it? It's too harsh?
I'll take my shit back. Well, you don't need my compliment then, since you know everything.
Since you know everything.
Yeah, since you know everything.
Since you know everything,
take my compliment back.
But don't ever give me a compliment, Brian, because I'm going to be like, "Brian, I know."
You gonna whisper?
Yeah. I'm going to say it to myself. I'm going to be like, "Thanks." But really, I'm going to be like, "Brian, duh." Shoot. Okay, so explain about the breaking up considering the other person thing.
So I saw, I'm sorry.
Please.
I know, right? I'm sorry, my bad. So I found this post on Facebook, and after I read it, I was like, damn, it's a really good outcome, but I'm like, damn, it's kind of fucked up. So I'm gonna read it real quick. Okay. So only 2 months ago, my biopsy report showed that I had follicular lymphoma, a type of aggressive cancer that deteriorated my health. I couldn't believe this was happening to me, as I am a vegan. I don't drink or smoke. My girlfriend also.
That's a message.
I know.
Leave your motherfucking
You better get your.
If you don't want it,
get you some fried chicken.
Okay.
smoke you some cigarettes.
Because everybody gonna go.
Bring a bottle of Jack and live your best life.
Live it up right now.
Because you gonna die.
Yeah. No matter what you
I don't
do.
give a damn what you doing.
That man say, I'm a vegan. So I don't even eat meat or cheese or none of that shit. And the cancer was like, bitch, okay.
Somebody been bamboozled.
Hell yeah. It was like, your follicles though.
That cancer was like, it's clean in here. Ooh, shit.
Shit, I'm settled in. Settled in and growing like a motherfucker.
Okay. The cancer comfortable as fuck.
I can't.
The cancer got on pajamas and shit.
Okay, like, oh shit.
Looking like them the mutants from the Mucinex commercial. Wait, am I gonna go to sleep?
All
Just
up in your ass clean. All up in your ass.
First of all, y'all ain't shit. Okay, so so he's a vegan, doesn't drink or smoke. He says, my girlfriend also broke up with me as she didn't sign up for any of it. Oh. Everything was really over me. I was going to die, I thought, but my parents, a good friend, supported me, encouraged me to fight. I underwent surgery that removed a tumor from my neck, followed by radiation. Oh. I then challenged... I know, right?
I said, damn, I'm surprised you're not dead already.
God damn.
Says, I then challenged my daily routine and my diet. I was determined to live my life. Now I am cured. I won the fight with cancer. I get to do what I love the most, travel the places with my bike. So when I read this, I was like, man, I'm really happy that you won your fight with cancer. Like all of that is over with. But it was like, damn. So you was really going through like a terrible time in your life,
to say the least.
Right, the least. And you know, your girlfriend also broke up. She's like, I ain't signing up for this shit. You know, like, and in my mind, I was thinking, you know how you're in a relationship with somebody and you already kind of feeling like, you know what, I want to leave, you know, and I don't want to be here anymore. And then, you know, he probably sprung this shit on her and she's like...
He sprung it on her.
Right. Sorry, bitch.
I gotta have cancer.
Damn.
Oh, shit. But
you
I was
do this to me right now?
I have a rare lymphoma. Bro, I'm not trying to deal with this shit. You could have told me earlier. What the fuck?
But I was also planning to leave your ass. You know, it's like, you know, damn. So, like, when do you take into consideration what the other person is going through when you want to leave a relationship?
I feel like no.
No?
I mean, because for me, it's shit going on every day, B. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you're going through. Okay. Here, can you touch this mouse pad? Thank you.
Okay.
You know, you can be going through stuff every day, but if I feel like it's time for me to quit, like, I'm going to progressively get there. I'm not going to leave when I first feel it.
Right.
I'm going to probably give you like a month and a half, 2 months, maybe longer. But when I'm ready to cut the cord, I'm going to do it. And I'm sorry if your leg fell off yesterday, but this was the day I set for myself to move on.
Right.
And that's what I'm about to do.
So you ain't going to add no time on?
No.
Damn.
No time off. No, you got time served?
Yeah, like, God. Woo. It depends on why I want to leave. If you're making my life miserable, then kick rocks.
Right.
If it's just not working out, I'm going to support you. Even if we're not together, I'll still go with you to your treatments, this and that. If you didn't do me bad in no type of way. But yeah, you still got to leave. You got to honor your own self.
Yeah. I think that's what's really important, because like, even if you're in a relationship with somebody, like if you're miserable, then it sort of sets the tone for the relationship, or it what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know, but like it sort of spills over into how you all communicate in every other aspect of your life, you know, like, you know, just laying in the bed together. You don't want this motherfucker touching you, you know? So it just becomes a disconnect like all the way around when you're really not ready to be or want to continue to be in the relationship anymore. So it's like, do you have to choose between doing yourself a disservice just because they need, you know, extra support?
I mean, what if they die? They have cancer and shit, and then you
put me on the insurance policy.
No, I'm just saying, like you said, like you got to choose between you and the other person.
Yeah.
You might be dead soon.
Right.
I still got to live here.
Right.
So I got an ulcer because I'm stressed because I don't love you and you're like dying.
At the same time, though, even though I might stick around, if somebody didn't want to be with me, please go.
Right.
So I could tighten my circle up for the people that's really fucking with me. And deal with this cancer. I don't need to be dealing with somebody that don't really want to be there.
Ryan's taking this shit for real.
I am dying.
I'm dead.
If I'm fixing to die, like I'm finna tighten my circle up and really get with the people that really want to be fucking with me at that period of time. If you don't really want to be there, please go.
That's a good point though, because
that's bad energy. And
I was just about to say, you don't want that energy around you because it
you're
just
sick. You're about to die or whatever.
And that will make you feel guilty.
You need as much positivity as you possibly can.
Yeah, because it just brings you even further down.
Don't do me no favor.
I mean, but I feel like in the same breath, like he was saying, if my partner was like super sick and I wanted to be with them, oh my God, I'd be devastated.
Yeah.
And then I'll be going above and beyond. I'll be like, do you need me to give you my body so that you can live?
You would give somebody a kidney?
It depends on who the person is.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Everybody who gives somebody a kidney,
they get left.
They leave. Like,
okay, I'm alive now. Thanks a lot.
It's like across the board. I never heard nobody give, unless they were like brothers or, you know, some sisters or something like that.
But not like
but
in
if it's
a romantic
person.
Yeah.
They get that kidney and bounce every time.
Let me find out you was using me for my organs.
I don't know. Like, I think that to some extent, because you know, like if somebody has a parent that dies,
right.
they have a child that dies, you know,
that was extreme with the cancer,
right? You know, or you know, they lose a job. Like, I mean, at the same time, I don't want to. Like, I want to consider what it is that you're going through, but I also don't want to be miserable any longer. Because when you decide to break up with somebody, it's like, you know what? I no longer want to be with this person. I no longer want to talk to them on a daily basis. I want to cut all ties, all communications. Like, I don't need...
You died.
Exactly. Like, I don't need this in my life anymore for whatever the reason may be. And it could be just something like we don't necessarily get along. It doesn't necessarily have to be a reason of... You know, somebody cheated or somebody's like lying out. Like, we just don't connect anymore. We're not on the same page. Like, it could just be that, you know. And so it's like, you know, do I put myself in a position to where I'm just like really miserable for the sake of another person?
No, absolutely not. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Especially if you wanted to break up with them before they got sick. If the disease is the reason why you want them, that's kind of shitty.
No, well,
I mean,
but you know what? In that situation, I feel like that wasn't the reason why.
I don't think that it was.
Because if your partner that you love or you care about or you want to be with,
everybody don't love everybody.
Oh my god!
Like, you want to take care of them,
right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was a vegan too and all that, so she wanted somebody. She wanted somebody.
She was hungry.
I'm sorry, man. Your follicles are too sick for mine.
She wanted somebody that was healthy, like her, you know, and she felt like she been sold a bill of goods because. You sickly, but you still living a lifestyle. So she like, no, I got in this lifestyle because I want to be with somebody healthy. So she probably just was like,
first of all, fuck that bitch, whoever she is.
I know, right? The story ended really good. You know, he got healed, and he started doing the things that he loved, like traveling across the country on his motorbike. You know, so that's what he wanted to do. And so, I mean, I guess
motorbike.
Staring death in the face has a way of saying, you know what, I want to
kick you in your ass,
right?
Like, okay,
you know, I want to live.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let me start living. Let me start doing things.
Vegan and you got sick like that.
Eat some chicken every now and then.
I would have been sick. I'd be like, so you mean to tell me I ain't had milk in fucking 12 years?
Cheese.
And I'm about to die?
Nah,
bro.
Oh, hell no.
No. You know how much I love cheese? Oh my God.
Put some in my cup. I don't care what it is. It gotta be wine.
You got some wine.
You can mix it.
Can you mix it?
Oh.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So we refilled Brian up because he was parched. But okay, so that goes.
That's what you be doing.
That's what I be doing.
I was gonna say, damn, what was I gonna say? Something about the. I don't know.
Okay, so that goes into like, so once you do break up, you know, and you start to move on, like that next person, do you really consider that next person a rebound, or is it like just you dating? Because I'll say, me personally, I don't really believe in the concept of a rebound.
You know?
I don't really.
You know, I feel like it depends on how long you went without dating, like seriously dating. Like, you could be like serial fucking or just flirting or just enjoying shit, like not seriously dating for a while. And then you start dating somebody and that's the first person that you dated. I feel like at that point it's not necessarily a rebound because you didn't fuck all those feelings out.
It's a rebound. Well, okay, so let's say what exactly is a rebound. So are we saying that a rebound is somebody who that you are somewhat using to get over the last person that you were with?
I don't think you think of that in your mind, but I think that's really what it ends up being. After you get out the relationship, if the first person you talk to, come on.
The first person you talk to is just like it's a trial run.
I don't think it's a trial run. You're just doing something.
You're doing something to like.
You're just doing something, especially if you still not healed from your relationship. You just want to get back in the game, especially if they cheated on you.
A test run.
If they cheated on you and you felt like you was missing out all this time and you just finally jump back in it, you're gonna be good until they try to get serious, and then
you know what I mean? Like, whoa.
Yeah, all that relationship shit gonna come back and hit your ass. Like, hold up.
I said I wasn't ready for all that. But the thing is that you typically, when you say, "Listen, I just want to have a good time," that's what you say when you start those relationships, and the person's like, "You know what? I bet you I can make you want me," and they're like, "I'm ready," and you're like, "I thought I told you. I only want to spend this much time with you. I only want to do this." And after that, you may go home or whatever. It's like, to me, like, that's the rebound. That's why I said it might not be the first person that, because, like, to me, like, whenever I start talking to somebody, we ain't doing shit until I say we doing shit. So, okay. So, like, for instance, if I say, okay, well, for the last 6 months, I will just be bopping around or whatever. I could have several rebounds at that moment because the way you described it, anybody you talk to and decide, well, it could be a rebound.
I think it's just the first person after a relationship is the rebound. Everybody else is just
people.
Okay. Well, in the sense of if you're not fully over somebody, then every person thereafter, if you're not fully over it, would be considered a rebound under your definition.
No. Brian's definition.
I'm saying it's that first person.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, are you really over somebody to say that you're not in a rebound situation? So the second person, and you're still not over the relationship, you don't think that second person is a rebound?
A rebound from the second person.
It just might not work or whatever, but I don't think it's a rebound.
A double rebound.
It's like there's a definition of a rebound. You take a shot, it miss. It bounced off the rim or the backboard. That first person that catch it, they not finna make the shot. They gonna have to pass it to somebody else down the court so they can make a shot at some point in time. But that first person that catch the ball off the rim is not gonna score. So you gotta take it back.
The reason I don't necessarily subscribe to it because I think that certain people kind of always stick with you depending upon the nature of your relationship. You know, like if you really fall hard for somebody and you really open yourself up, there's always a sense of connection to that person and love for that person. Like you may have some sort of respect on some level, you know, for them. Like you will always have a semblance of love for them, or it's something that's always kind of there connecting you to one another. And in those instances, regardless of who you date after, you kind of sort of make a comparison to, you know, or think about how you were treated in this past relationship or whatnot. And so it's like, you know, what exactly is a rebound then? Like, because to me, in a rebound, you are always kind of like, well, this didn't happen in this relationship, so I need to make sure that it happens in the next one, or it did happen and I don't want to do that ever again, and I need to it's like you're kind of like sort of setting boundaries to an extent, and you're taking all of your past situations out on another person in a rebound situation versus being completely open and honest and
ready to have a relationship
and ready to have a relationship and really loving with somebody else.
If you haven't healed, it's always going to be a rebound.
Right. I think that's what she just said.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to read you all the definition from Wikipedia of a rebound. A rebound is an undefined period following the breakup of a romantic relationship. Rebound relationships are believed to be short-lived due to one partner's emotional instability and desire to distract themselves from a painful breakup. I feel like that's what we talk about here.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what we said here. I feel like Brian said one part, Danielle said another part. And then I was just like, all y'all niggas ain't shit. Sorry.
I think though, like a positive to a rebound is, you know, when you're exiting a relationship, like you want to have fun.
Yeah.
And so like this new person, it's all fun. Like you don't know anything, and you don't have like any real ties or responsibilities, and that person doesn't have to actually fulfill anything for you. So it's like a real casual relationship.
No baggage.
Well, I don't want to go that far and say no baggage.
As far as them two people is concerned.
Yeah.
For that relationship. But see, like, if a person is still, attached emotionally to the other person, the same baggage is going to be there. You know what I mean? It's going to be like, oh, you act just like him. Or, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think for me, like, the first person that I talked to after my last breakup, I was like, gross. I want to be single. I can't deal. Mm-hmm. Because it was like just obsessive, like.
But you know what? When you go from a relationship to like seeing what's out there, it's like, oh my God, why did I do this?
Mm-hmm. No, and I didn't have that thought. I mean, at first I was like, there ain't shit out here, but I'm better than I was, because I knew I was not being honest with myself about what I was, settling for, dealing with, or whatever.
Yeah, because you realize that like half of these dudes are illiterate.
Girl, they can't read and can't spell. They don't know how to fuck good.
They on second grade level. It's
like calling their mama every day. Mama.
Right. Okay. You can't even make a move without.
Hold on, let me ask my mom first.
Oh, exactly. Like, ain't nobody got time for that.
Can I go to the movies with this girl?
Are you grown or not?
Oh my God.
It's like ridiculous. Seriously,
it is. But that's kind of what ladies are facing right now. It's like,
yeah,
it feels like the Twilight Zone. Like,
it's annoying as fuck.
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
But I think there are good people out here. It's just that, in order to find, because I do believe that, like, especially for women, I feel like a person finds you whenever you're in your best. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like that whenever you're like, I need to work on myself, blah, blah, blah. You do that and you're like really flowing.
Because you're not really focusing on like trying to find like, oh my God, I'm single.
Right.
Let me tell everybody I'm single. So somebody
every day. I'm so tired of being single. Being single ain't shit. Like, I
want a boyfriend.
Right. And those are the times that you go find the person who's like, bitch, I'm finna siphon your bank account right now.
Okay.
And I'm finna flip your tax money, but I'm only gonna go spend it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the time that you find somebody who's like really not for you. And I feel like those are lessons where God is like, I told your motherfucking ass to but you said you want them. You know what I mean? And then when you're resting, when you're doing you're really learning you're knowing what you like and how you feel, etc., etc.
That is, you know what? Pause.
Okay.
That is just like so interesting to me, the fact that you are with yourself 24/7 all day, every day, and yet and still you don't have any sense of self-awareness or really know you or know what it is that you like or know what it is that you want. Like, that is very interesting to me that people
you have to think about that type of stuff though.
Yeah, but it's crazy when you think about it in that way, that you are always with you and yet you don't know.
But you have to be consciously with you.
Right. Yeah.
You can't just be on the phone watching movies, always distracted by somebody else. Because you're taking in all those values of those people.
Yeah.
And so you don't know your own self.
But that's what Kiara and I were saying.
I was just about to say, I'm not fucking finna date you, but
that's what you don't have to call it that. But it's like, you spend so much time with people you're dating. That's the same time that you should be spending with you to learn who you are and learn what you like. Because there are people our age, women our age, who don't even know what they like.
Yeah.
And I find that so mind-boggling. Because it's like they feel like, okay, well, I'm just so-and-so's mom, or I'm just such and such's wife.
Oh my God. That bothers me so much. That really bothers me.
But if you spend all your time living for another person, you don't know who
you
are.
Because your total...
Table again.
My bad. So your whole existence is in relation to a whole nother individual. Mm-hmm. You're somebody's mom, you're somebody's daughter, you're somebody's sister or whatever, you're somebody's coworker, and you don't sort of define yourself for who exactly you are. Like, I am Danielle, and you can stop there. You don't really have to go any further and say who it is you are. Like, I am a loving being. I give love.
I am Conan the Barbarian.
Exactly, like that. Like, I mean, you can really just stop there. I am Danielle. Like, that is it.
But you know what that means. Like, you know what the definition is of Danielle. Like, there are people who say their name and they're like, well, who is that?
Right.
And that's so sad.
It is. Think about it, though.
I know, but that's when you feel good. That's when you're is when you know you.
Right.
You know, because that means you're like, this bitch crazy, or she do this, or she do. But you know you. Right. And you're okay with it. Because like, I know I keep talking about self-actualization, but it's so important because that's the only time that you can say, you know what, such and such said this about me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit.
That's
because
that's your idea.
Right. And if it's true, bitch, I already knew that. So, and the fuck, like, it doesn't affect you.
Because somebody can't use something against you that you already accept within yourself.
Right.
So anything that you don't accept within yourself and somebody else like comes at you with fighting words with it, then that hurts. But it's like, yeah, like, duh, you ain't know this shit?
Right. You late.
Right? Oh, exactly.
We being on.
All right. Like, I know I have this role right here.
Right.
So, what did you talking about?
I know my kids eat ramen noodles sometimes for dinner, nigga.
It's good. Like, and they like it.
The fuck? Like, I'm not going to cook every day unless I absolutely have to. And, I mean, it's fine.
My son asked me for the last 2 days, are you cooking? My answer, no.
Right.
Did you take down some meat? No. Okay.
Danielle's walking around in a t-shirt and her panties, looking at her mail like, whatever.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna do shit, and she's okay with that because that's her.
Exactly.
You tell her that, she's like, okay.
I don't understand your problem.
Right. What's your problem with me? Because I'm cool with me. I'm
exactly. Good. So I don't know. That's a you issue.
Right. So I think maybe like rebounds are minimized whenever people are self-actualized. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah,
blah. Yeah.
Actualization.
Because then you're not still seeking something to heal you or make you feel good. Like I said, it's different when you're like, oh, I like this. It feels good. I want to make us this sex. And you make us this sex, and then you are done. But when you're like, and this used to be me. Every time I broke up with somebody, the next person that came to me, I was like, okay, let's try it. And that shit would be a fucking disaster.
You know what? I've never been, you know what? Actually, as we're having this discussion, I'm thinking, that's probably why I've never subscribed to a rebound, because I've never been the type of person to just bounce back from person to person. Like, there's always like been a long extended period, not necessarily from my, I guess maybe unconsciously, because not that I didn't want to like date somebody in between or whatever, but it just kind of unfolded that way to where I'm not necessarily hopping from person to person.
It wasn't just a goal to get back on the saddle.
It wasn't a goal at all. So it's like, if it happens or whatever. But and so I will say that only within one relationship where I really needed like time to like heal for me. And every relationship thereafter was like, I'm single. Like, I don't really give a shit. Because that shit is over. But
because you're good with yourself.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you're not, you'll be. I can't have fun unless I find somebody else that's gonna take me out, or we can go do this or that together.
Right.
If you can't be with yourself, then you fuck.
Right.
This is true.
And even though you don't like the term.
I don't like the term dating yourself.
I don't like that either.
It's stupid.
I guess Scorpios feel like that's whack.
It is. Like we did not ask Brian.
It's just being yourself.
But we already knew. But the world doesn't know.
It's
Brian, what is your zodiac sign so we can properly steer it? Okay.
Hey, buddy.
Two goddamn thumbs down today.
What? No, you didn't.
Toxic water sign.
What?
V shit is what you're meant to say. Yeah.
Taurus and Scorpio are like,
we y'all mirror image.
Yeah. It really is.
But like, I want y'all to get to the where you can be like me on the outside instead of
no.
We can do that when we want to.
Exactly. Ain't nobody got time for all of that.
Okay.
Like, I'm me right now. Like, don't stop.
I mean, I'm me too.
Stop trying to make me be you.
I don't want you to be me. I want you to be able to.
You want me to be me. You want me to be you on the outside.
You always have been like, why are you like? I'm like, nigga, that's you in there. Why am I
really
showing it to people?
It's not though, because I don't want to express myself in that way to everybody.
Right.
Like I have like a small circle.
But do you accept me for?
Yeah, you are you. You are you.
Scorpios pick and choose who get to see.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes, that's very true. That's extremely true for me.
We pick and choose.
Yeah.
So it'd be
like a damn James Bond around this bitch. Like nobody care about you like that. Just for you to be like, I'm about to light this up. Somebody, this here.
They don't deserve it.
Oh my God! I love you, Ryan. I love you.
They don't deserve it. They don't get to see it. They don't get to laugh.
Brian, no. Oh my God.
They don't get to.
You don't.
We could show them, but they don't. No, you don't get that. That's a privilege.
He's so right now. Like Brian's my spirit.
I feel like knowing both of y'all, they're right. You don't want to see this shit. You don't.
But you be wanting to see.
But I'm me, and y'all be letting me see.
You be wanting to see, like, why can't I see when you break down? Show me that.
People be
really. Because how can I care? How can I care? How can I love you the way
you can love me without the breakdown? I want to love you
and I want to comfort you, but you be like, I'm just brooding for no reason. That has a real reason.
It's a reason.
But I can't tell you what the reason is, and I'm just gonna be mean to you. That's a reason.
We gotta figure it out. Once we figure it out,
she be knowing. She be like,
I'm good.
I'm like, why did you do that? And she's like,
Cause.
She be confusing as fuck to me.
We understand.
I'm like, so then
the average person ain't shit.
And then you know what's so cold about it is like you usually know what it was that made you mad, but you don't want to tell me what it was that made you mad. So I be like, look at this.
You know what? Because it'd be like a situation in which is it worth having this conversation? Like
you got to.
Every time I have like some sort of issue with somebody, like that's the first question that I ask. Is it worth me having this conversation?
Man.
What is the outcome going to be? And then I have this, and I'm like, so is anything going to change? No. There's no point.
There's no point in sharing my feelings if I know it's not going to be the result.
Yeah, it's nothing.
I say my part. I say what you going to say.
I said what I said. It is like, I don't need to further.
Because people just want to know just to know. If you ain't going to change your actions behind what I say, then there's no need for me to say it.
Exactly.
But how can you change your actions if you don't share?
We figure that out first.
Yeah, it's true.
Meanwhile, I'm like, I'm just going to continue to roll the way I've been rolling, but so-and-so don't talk to me no more, and I don't know why.
Continue to do you. Like, living your truth.
That's good, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did y'all like the wine?
I like it.
I'm on my second glass.
So I know that Viognier is supposed to be like a full-bodied white wine, kind of like a Chardonnay, but I feel like this one is really light. It's not full-bodied, but I like that about it. Like it has, I'm about to fuck this word all the way up.
Just share it with Brian in his ear.
It has a bit of a crispness to it that I like. It feels really, even though it's wintertime and we're drinking it, it feels real summery, and I really like it ice cold. And I smelled it earlier, but I don't remember because vodka.
You had some?
I did.
You want some more?
No.
Okay.
Let me see if I don't. Yeah, it has like a really clean smell. Like, okay, so I don't know if I'm actually smelling good right now.
So, like, we actually are drinking a wine that the history of the grape is unknown. It's crazy. It's presumed to be an ancient grape. So.
Really?
Yeah, originating in Dalmatia, present day Croatia. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Where Shonda may be from?
Right.
Mesopotamia. No, she's Mesopotamia.
You know what? Remember we had that Beaujolais Village?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that
you know what? I actually really like this, so I'll give this one a 20. I do. I like the finish of it. I like the from what I remember, the aroma.
It smells like white grapes.
It smells like white grapes. Okay. I really like the taste of it. I like how it feels fresh and it feels clean, and I like that.
Okay.
I want to put some Kool-Aid and some sugar in it.
No,
You want to
sir.
throw it in the sangria?
You know what? It probably would. Put some
ice?
No.
What is that?
I'm gonna drink it though.
Oh, it might be ice though. Okay, it's not.
I mean, because
I
it was
don't
really
know.
cold.
Yeah, because the guy at the shout out to old boy
Shane,
thank you, at Orion Liquor, my liquor store. Can I just? I need to see what it is. It's bothering me.
It looks like ice.
It does.
It's ice.
It's not ice.
That is
It's
ice.
ice.
Is it sugar? I
No.
mean, I rinsed out the cup.
No,
It's-
that
it's-
is ice.
It's crystals.
It's first no.
Shane, if you poison me, you mother.
No, it's ice because this was real. That's ice. This was really cold.
This is not ice. It's crystals. So it's probably
Where
wine.
would crystals come from, Brian?
The bottom of the if they crystallize in
Ice.
the bottom of the bottle.
Ice.
It's not ice.
It's not ice.
It's
Look
no.
at that.
It's like the.
It's like sand. Look at that.
Yeah, it may have been in the bottom of your.
It's just probably just settled to the bottom of
You're right.
the bottle.
It does look like it did have some. Yeah, it's in there. Okay, it's still good to drink. It's grape crust. It's good.
I don't follow.
It's like grape nuts.
Okay.
Almost. Okay. Let me.
Shout out to Shane at Orion Liquor for giving us the crusty Viognier that he had chilled, and so he gave me a chill bottle.
Oh, that was nice.
That was nice.
I really liked it. I think I'm gonna give it a 25.
What do you give it out of 25?
I know nothing about wine, but
But just like a number out of
I
25.
would drink it again.
You drink it in
20.
20.
I would drink it again.
So you gave it a 25,
Yeah.
and I gave it a 20.
Okay.
That's a number somebody added up. No, it's what is that? 20.
65.
Yes.
And then divided by 3.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this,
21. Well, 22.
21
Score of 22. Woohoo!
Okay, Brian. I really appreciate you coming. Danielle appreciates you coming. They appreciate you coming. So why don't you tell us where they can find you next?
On my page,
Okay.
Okay.
Brian O.O. Williams.
Brian. Oh.
Is that that's your Facebook name?
That's my Facebook. That's all.
Oh,
I got
that's all.
Instagram, but I don't be on there.
You don't be
so-
on Instagram.
Brian Be Quiet with the W.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
Brian Be Quiet.
What's up?
He
Look
don't
for
know
the
how to be
eye.
quiet.
The one eye.
The one eye.
Right.
He is. You know what, Brian? Brian was our
Fan of the year.
fan
Yeah.
of the
I
year.
still got my T-shirt. I
You got
haven't
your
worn it.
t-shirt?
I haven't worn it yet.
What? Why? Do you
I'm
know
waiting
how
for
much
some-
money I spent on
I'm
that?
waiting for something special. I don't know. I should.
You know what? We're gonna have something special in February.
Okay.
So you can wear it
Yeah,
then.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So details to come soon about February.
Yeah. Everyone will be invited,
Yes.
and most of y'all won't come as usual. But
No, it's gonna be everybody's gonna come.
okay, everyone's gonna come.
Yeah.
Even people who are out of state.
Absolutely. They're gonna fly in.
Those are the people who really be supporting shit out of us. They be like, between us girls.
I know, right? This
Sending
is,
emails and shit like, Danielle, I love you. You're the most amazing person.
oh my god, I was in my feelings.
They
You
do.
were.
I was.
You were.
I was.
But you deserved it.
That's good. They,
Somebody's spirit
they
animal.
be
Like, how does
feeling
that
you
happen?
across the. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Remember that white girl that was like, oh, I'm in a class at such and such, and I'm
Oh,
doing
yeah.
a project on women who something, and I was like,
In media or something like that.
oh my god! So I totally gave her a little interview, and I was like,
Bitch, I'm on.
okay, on as fuck.
Wipe me down.
For real.
Y'all the shit though.
Thanks, Brian. That's why you're a fan of the
That's
year.
why I'm the fan.
That's why
because
you the fan of the year.
I
yeah?
fuck with y'all. For
Oh
real.
yeah.
So you can start making us memes again.
Okay. Well,
You ain't doing nothing else.
you put the pressure on me.
Oh,
So you got to do this every week at this time. Like,
No,
I was
not
like,
me.
oh.
That's her ass. See, that's how they
I'm
go.
like, too
yeah,
much
like-
pressure.
The schedule is like such and such. And she be doing it to me too. And I'm like,
I was just having I can't do it.
No, we on schedule, nigga. You got to get on. Yeah. Matter of fact, let me include you on our IG schedule.
That's too much like work. I'll be like, oh Lord.
But y'all go over to the IG because I'm trying to amp it up. Okay. I'm trying to see if we can get it crunk. Okay, we can build up our following.
You know what? I'm gonna start doing some twerk videos.
Do that, and then also whoever touched the table might have been me. Stop.
Okay. All right. No more.
Bands make a dance. Bands make a dance. Oh my God!
You so just did that in the English accent.
Bands make a dance.
Yeah, like that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Thank you for joining us on Between Us Girls. But don't keep it a secret. Listen and share with everyone you know. See you next week.